Now I'm joined by Hans Loacker, analyst at Raiffeisen Capital Management. So, what do you make of the way this disaster is impacted on BP?
Yeah, I mean, it's a tremendous stock price reaction. Market capitalization, if you take the US quotation yesterday, dropped from the start of the incident on the 20th of April till yesterday by more than $30 billion, and that's tremendous. And if you try to assume the overall costs, it's hard to imagine that these will go up to $30 billion or even more.
I mean, they could be facing a total bill of $8 billion. There have been several estimates that includes the cost of the cleanup, compensation, and damages. How is this going to affect the company?
Yeah, sure. I mean, if you try to compare it to perhaps the Exxon Valdez case, of course there may be cleanup costs up to $10 billion, and then some law claims up to $10 billion as well. But for not only for BP, there are, as we heard, more companies involved. So in the medium to long term, this stock price reaction, in our view, was too much, a bit overdone. And so with times passing and reputation coming back a bit.
So I mean, from what you're saying, there's been a considerable financial impact on the company. I mean, the US listed shares have lost some $30 billion. They were down 2.9% at one point. US trading, will be keeping a close eye on them at the open of markets here in Europe as well. But what could BP be doing to perhaps alleviate? Is there anything they can do to alleviate the financial impact of this?
Yeah, I mean, of course, they're trying everything they were able to do. Now, in the short term, they definitely have to try to close this well as fast as possible in order to decrease the costs, and they try to use all the resources they have, try to show a stock reaction, a strong reaction to this situation. Yeah.
And what about the outlook for the industry as a whole in the Gulf of Mexico? Obviously, the US needs oil, but is the administration likely to increase regulation, and could that result in lower margins for the industry altogether?
I mean, that's an interesting question, and that probably will be the case, that regulations will become more strict. We see this like there are stricter rules for offshore drilling in Norway, and probably this will be the case, and some lease sales in the Gulf of Mexico may be delayed a bit, so definitely there should be some implication, and this could affect the whole industry. This could lead to a bit lower margins there in the offshore business. So that's an interesting question, but it's really a long-term thing that you see these kind of effects there.
Well, Hans Loacker from Raiffeisen Capital Management, thanks very much.